Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Megan with you today for our Wacky Wednesday story time. And Miss Megan is wearing a wacky hat to go with our Wacky Wednesday story time. The story I found was Wacky Wednesday by Dr. Seuss, but he's writing as Theo Lesage, which is another one of his pen names. His real name was Theodore Geisel, but he went by Dr. Seuss or Theo Lesage whenever he felt like, I guess. He changed it up. And this was illustrated by George Booth. So, Wacky Wednesday. And right off the bat, do you see anything wacky on our top of our book? Our cat in the hat's upside down. Okay, so let's see what's Wacky Wednesday is all about. It all began with that shoe on the wall. A shoe on a wall shouldn't be there at all. Where do shoes go? They go on the floor. Then I looked up and I said, oh man, and that's how Wacky Wednesday began. Oh, what a silly way to start your Wednesday. I looked out the window and I said, gee, more things were wacky, and I saw 3. Can you see 3 things that are wacky? Oh, in this page, if you get close, you can see, a bird, but what's chasing that bird? It's a worm. Have you ever seen a worm chase a bird? That's silly. And then what's growing in our apple tree? Those look like bananas. Do bananas grow in apple trees? I don't think so. And then lastly, we have our sprinkler on. It's shooting water, but our hose is cut. How's that? That sure is wacky. And now we are going, I went down the hall and I said, hey, 3 more things were wacky today. So 3 more things were wacky today. Can you take a look? We have 2 doorknobs. We have a candy cane on our table. And then lastly, one of our relatives is upside down in his frame. So that's what was wacky. I began to dress, then I said, wow, 4 more things were wacky now. Do we see 4 things that are wacky in here? Well, of course, we have our shoes, and then our chair leg is broken. But look at our clock. What's wrong with our clock? The numbers are all wacky and crazy. You can't tell time with that. And so those are our 1, 2, 3, 4 things. I looked in the kitchen. I said, by crocky, 5 more things are wacky. Oh, a mouse is chasing a cat. An umbrella is stirring the breakfast. What else is, there's a mug on the wall that does not have a hook. How's that possible? Let's see. Oh, and then there's a poor bug holding up the fridge. Do you think that could happen? I don't think so. I was late for school. I started along and I saw that 6 more things were wrong. He's driving from the back seat. There's a tiger or a large cat in that baby stroller. There's a few other things in here. And then 7 more. Stop is green, red is go. Does that make sense? No, I don't think so. And the Sutherland sisters, they looked wacky too. They said nothing is wacky around here but you. Is he wacky? I don't think so. But look, I yelled, 8 things were wrong here at school. Nothing is wrong, they said. Don't be a fool. I ran into school. I yelled to Miss Bass, look, 9 things are wacky right here in your class. Do we see anything wacky in our class? I think someone's sitting backwards and a few other things. Oh, is that George Washington or is that Abe Lincoln? That's a bit silly. Nothing is wacky here in my class. Get out. You're the wacky one, said Miss Bass. Is he the wacky one? I went out the school door. Things were worse than before. I couldn't believe it. The wacky things more. Look what's popping up out of the street. A giraffe. Do you think that's possible? I'd say this is a very wacky Wednesday. Then I counted 11. 11 things were wrong. See if you can find any. Then 12 worse things. I got scared and I ran. I ran and knocked over Patrolman McGann. I'm sorry, Patrolman, that's all I could say. Don't be sorry, he smiled. It's that kind of a day. But be glad Wacky Wednesday will soon go away. Only 20 things more will be wacky, he said. Just find them and then you can go back to bed. So he has to find 20 wacky things so he can go back to bed. See how many you can find. Wacky Wednesday was gone. When I counted them all, I even got rid of that shoe on the wall. So no more shoes on the wall. And that is our Wacky Wednesday story. Now we have a wacky song to go with our Wacky Wednesday. On top of spaghetti all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled right out the door. It rolled in a garden and under a bush. Now my poor meatball was nothing but mush. The mush was as tasty could be. Early next summer, it grew into a tree. The tree was all covered with beautiful moss. It grew lovely meatballs in a tomato sauce. So if you like spaghetti all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatballs and don't ever sneeze. Achoo! So that is our wacky song, because have you ever seen a meatball growing in tomato sauce on a tree? I would enjoy that. I've heard of a cloudy with a chance of meatballs, but not quite growing on a tree. Now, lastly, we have, since we were looking and finding in our Wacky Wednesday book, we're going to look and find with our letter A. So, first off, we are looking for a capital letter A in our picture. Does anyone see a capital letter A? Yep. Here's our capital. So we can go ahead and check that off. Now we're looking for a lowercase a. Where is our lowercase a? It's right down here next to our penny and ladybug. Okay, now we have a alligator. Can anyone find the alligator? Oh, it's in here. Let's see, right there's our alligator. Okay, now we have a ant. Miss Megan's been having problems with ants, but we'll see if we can find them. Oh, right there's our ant. Hi, ant. Well, next is a nice apple. Can anyone find a juicy apple in our picture? There it is. Now we're looking for angel. Can anyone find an angel? You might have angel decorations around your house. You might have an angel decoration on top of your Christmas tree. Let's see, is there an angel anywhere? Oh, there it is, between our bee and our elephant. Now we're looking for a acorn. So an acorn is right there. Okay, and then our last thing we're looking for looks like an astronaut. Where is our astronaut? Let's look. Oh, it's clear down on the bottom. There's our astronaut, and we're gonna go ahead, check that off. And there is, how many did we find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if we have 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so we found them all. So that is our look and find activity. Now, lastly, we are going to make some snow, or it's also called moon dough. And this is how you do it. You're just gonna take some cornstarch, and it's just real powdery. And then you're just gonna take regular conditioner and put it right in to the cornstarch. And then you're just gonna mix it in until you get a nice consistency that you can play with. And you can build and do different things. Just keep swirling it around and see. Maybe a little bit more conditioner. Let's see. It smells good. Still a little crumbly, but we're getting a nice little shape ball. So that's something you can play with at home on your days where it's kind of rainy out, but today it looks like it's a pretty nice day. So go ahead and enjoy your time outside on this Wacky Wednesday, and I will see you all tomorrow for Stream into Thursdays.